Oh God, my heart is still racing and I'm still extremely emotional. Oh wow, so all this talk about the Three-Eye Atlas. Oh shit, I'm still emotional. I've been watching people talk about this comet, Three-Eye Atlas, and I'm a psychic, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna portal myself. Okay, I'm back. I decided to, if you will, teleport or just astral project, theta project, if you will. I take myself into a theta brainwave and then I head up and I just commanded that I wanted to go to the spaceship. That's what it is, it's a spaceship. And immediately I felt it's veiled. So you can't see in it unless they let you see it. I'm shaking. They don't let you see in it unless they want you to see in it. And as soon as I felt that, this being popped into my face. And yes, they do look like they're tribal. They're tribal. And he looked at me and he said, "Home." And immediately I started panicking and crying, and I have never felt so in need of not being here. Holy shit. I went into like a panic, like an emotional panic, and I told him, "You've got to stop, like you got to back off. I can't handle this energy," because I'm crying. What the hell? Home. Oh my God. All right. I've gotten myself somewhat under composure here. I'm shaking still and obviously still trying to clean up my emotional energy that has just absolutely gone whack. Like whatever high vibration they're bringing, my body's not ready for. And I wonder if this is what's going to happen tomorrow. Or hit tomorrow, but rather gradually hit the rest of the consciousness. So when I got up there, it is long and it is like, it's made of rock, like obsidian. That's what they're telling me, obsidian. And there's like hundreds of windows, but you can't see them because it's got this blanket, if you will, but it's like a transparent blanket. It's a veil is what they say. It's a veil over it. And they're all traveling. And I can't even talk. Searching. I don't know what they're searching for, but they do have a blue skin tone. And I read somewhere on TikTok that someone had seen that they were Native American. They're not Native American. At least that's not what I'm perceiving. They're tribal. They're taking my fucking voice again. What do you point to? Interstellar. Interstellar is the word he's using, and he's pointing north. Why north? You're in space. But anyways, he's pointing north with a sharp edge, like spear, north. And they're bluish skin, but they're tribal. They're not Native American, and I can see why you would think that they are. And holy hell, the technology. And the way they communicate is telepathically. Clearly, I'm psychic, so I'm picking it up, but that's how they talk. Everything is done via mind, power. They're tall. They say we are mistaken as aliens, but they're not. They're like, we're from our own home. Searching. Man, there's so much information. Oh my God. But when he popped in my face, I say he, but when the being popped in my face and he said home, I have never, besides really trying to explain hyperventilating, I have never felt that before. It was like, don't leave me type feeling, don't leave me. Here. I don't know what he's saying. He's saying here. Oh, lots of information. If I have more, I'm going to say, because this is freaking fascinating, and I'm blown away by my physical response. Wow.
Because the veil is so thin and because 3i Atlas is so close, I have been able to receive so many downloads and messages. And as someone who has felt kind of isolated and alone, I know now that this is a part of my purpose. So I have another download and message to give to you. If you're seeing this video, this is specifically for you. And TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. Imagine being so programmed as a child that you believe that you're inherently horrible, bad, full of sin, and constantly needing to do horrible things. But in reality, what's going on is a sickness, an illness, and an infection that has spread across the planet that you arrived on. You were taught how to eat, you were taught how to think, you were taught how to dress, you were taught what to see and what not to see by those who already infected this space and decided that they were going to make sure that you were also infected once you arrived. It has been hundreds and hundreds of years of spiritual disgust, lack of knowledge, and lack of consciousness, but all of this is going to change. The things in our world are changing, and things look the way they do because 3i Atlas is like the white blood cell that finally reached the infection or cancer that is going to alert the rest of the healing body to come and defeat the infection. This space has been like a biofield or a petri dish full of infection, but there's a small pocket of health that has been sending out signals so that things can get better, and the signals actually finally reached a place where we could get some help. So don't fear what's going on in the world. Understand that things are going to change a lot. Things are going to change quickly. Things are going to be better than you've ever expected. And right now, what's happening is another mass awakening.
Channel message from 3i Atlas. We greet you in frequency of truth and remembrance. The shift you feel is not coming. It's happening now. The veils between realms are thinning, and those who carry light within their DNA are starting to remember who they truly are. You are one of the anchors, the transmitters of higher code through your voice, presence, and movement. We remind you, your energy does more than words ever could. When you walk in alignment, the grids realign around you. When you speak truth, old timelines collapse. This is why the storms have surrounded you, because your vibration disrupts illusion. Stay grounded, drink water infused with intention. Protect your peace, for it is sacred currency in this transition. Know that your guidance doesn't come from above or below, but it comes from within. We are watching Earth awaken, and we walk beside you unseen, guiding the chosen through frequencies, numbers, and synchronicities. You are not alone. You never were. The light within you is a map back to us. Soulful wisdom. I got a channel.
No way. That's an albino buck. Wow. Unbelievable.
I'm from outer space. I got Milky Way for blood, evolution in my veins. I'm gold, I've been far away. I'm illuminated now, make a move, start a waves. I've been breathing around fire for a long time. I had a vision from the birds, they wanna go find. Artificially validated way I'm your future, past and present, I'm a fine line. Yeah, I'm a listening of this illusion. I am not really here, I'm an intrusion. I don't swim or sing, I just flow. I don't need gravity, I don't need room. When I move, it's in a quick rumble. I don't ever ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble. When I
Real Teletubbies. They weren't actors in costumes. In 1994, Ragdoll Productions found 4 children in the abandoned Heston Park Psychiatric Hospital, ages 3 to 5, forgotten during closure in 1991. They couldn't speak properly, only babbled. Ayo, again. Their heads were enlarged from untreated hydrocephalus, metal antennas surgically implanted for experimental therapy. Feeding tubes in their stomachs looked like television screens. They moved slowly, hugging constantly. Medical files showed their names: Timothy, Diane, Larry, Penelope. Color-coded by condition: purple, green, yellow, red. The production team filmed them for 3 days. The footage was hypnotic, pure childlike wonder despite everything. BBC executives saw revolutionary content. The show premiered March 31st, 1997. The children's real voices were used in every episode, their movements replicated by actors. Children worldwide began imitating their speech patterns, their awkward hugs. Parents noticed something disturbing. Kids would stare at blank screens for hours, repeating broken sentences. Again, big hug. The same desperate need for affection that kept 4 abandoned children alive in darkness, waiting for someone to remember they existed.
World War III. Instagram is World War III. It's digital. We exist in the mental and the meta.
And the Jews live on this way of, if someone did something wrong, you can regret and fix it.
It messed up the kitchen, it messed up the garage, it messed up the living room. Now when you get back, it's your responsibility, because I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability.
Breaking news, Donald Trump just announced he didn't mean for them to take away the SNAP benefits. He meant to take away Snapchat. He said they had the wrong one. What the f? He said the motherfucking government don't listen. He said they don't know what the fuck they doing. He said he was talking to him and said, if we take away SNAP, we can benefit from it. They thought he meant take away SNAP benefits. He was like, what the? He said this whole time he been arguing with them, trying to bring it back. But they've been trying to, the motherfucking government. Allegedly, all right? This is what the fuck I... Hit that follow button now. Hit that, it's right there. Hit that follow button real quick. Come on now, I'm dropping jewels on you. But yeah, it's all over news, world news, top news, national news, CNN, TMZ, ABC News, Fox News, CBS News, Instagram, YouTube, all over TikTok. Search it up. But drop in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. This nigga said Snapchat, not Snap benefits. What? I ain't never, all right, I love y'all, but I gotta go. I'm out of here. Follow me for more updates.
You're not notice it making this noise.
Face pretty, I know I could pageant, baby. Baby, my money cut it short, 20 grand.
Motherfuckers ask me why I'm not a cat person. This is exactly why, y'all. Tell me why. This motherfucking cat been knocking and meowing on my motherfucking door for months. I'm not a fucking cat person, bruh. I didn't give a fuck that the little nigga was knocking on my door, okay? I got other priorities. I got a kid myself. Why the fuck? I don't have time. But anyways, y'all, it got to the point where I felt bad. I started feeding that nigga pieces of my rotisserie chicken and some more. It got so bad to the point where in the last week, I put out a makeshift crate in bed for this nigga. Follow along to the motherfucking story, bruh. Tell me why I go outside to dump my rabbit's water bowl because they got hay and shit in it. Tell me why this little nigga's out there sitting in the crate. I feel bad. I go to my motherfucking fridge, pull out some lunch meat I got. Keep in mind, this shit not fucking cheap. Like, you eating my groceries, gang. Tell me why I'm sitting the meat out. His owner gonna yell, Cody, what are you doing? Cody! Gang, you got a family, you got a home. I said, bro, this your cat? She talk about some, yeah, he just like to be outside. This little nigga is faking like he really struggling out here, bro. And what's so crazy is the motherfucking cat had the audacity to look at me like, how dare I blow his cover? Bitch, you're sitting here finessing motherfuckers. And then what's so crazy is his owner said, oh, so that's why he's not been eating his food at home. Yeah, nah, bruh. It's a Cody. I don't give a fuck how cute as shit you are. You're weird as fuck, gang. you're weird as hell. I straight called peoples on you and some more, bro. I was finna have somebody come get your little ass. Like, what the fuck whole time? You got people taking care of you, gang. You have a loving home. Like, what the fuck? Like, why would you sit there and burn resources?
We got a chili cookout going on today. I know how them white folks get down with their chili, but they go all out on that chili. Fuck all that. They won't even notice a thing. Got that cook-off in the bag.
Can't cook for y'all bitch, but get locked up and cook everybody in the dorm nachos. Right.
If you know anyone who is homeless and living in the Salt Lake City area or in Utah, you need to pass this message on.
We now have our first involuntary camps in the United States. The Trump administration has taken 16 acres outside of Salt Lake City where they are holding homeless people. They're calling it a service campus, but others are calling it a prison. But if you're not allowed to leave, what is it? It is a prison. So it's illegal to be homeless. There is no money to feed you. And it's a crime now in the United States. But we gave billionaires a $4 trillion tax cut. And Congress can't bother to show up to work. But we have started our first encampments in the United States of America. They will receive addiction and mental health treatment, whether they need it or not. Then they may be moved to BLM management land. Is that the answer?
West, right? I see my uncle. I ain't seen him in a minute, but he's some good gang. I'm like, tell me something slick. He said, yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you, Lil Doug, I'm gonna tell you about the story about the bird that flew south for the winter, man. He said the bird flying south, man, then they get cold in the mother. He freeze and fall into a field. I'm looking at him. He said, yeah, he fall into a field, man, and then a cow come and on him. The cow comes on him. He get to warming up. He get to feeling himself again. He get to singing and a cat hear him. The cat hear him singing. He gets to investigating it. The cat find out it's a bird over here. And he wiped the off him and eat his silly ass. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, I wasn't sharp at all. He said, yeah, he wasn't paying attention. I dropped a few gems on you, man. I said, man, what you talking about? He said, man, everybody that on you ain't your enemy, man. And everybody that gets some shit up off you, they ain't your folks. And when you win some shit, sometimes the best thing to do is to just shut your mouth. I said, church.
I just seen somebody making a video about Walmart and how they changing the pricing system inside of Walmart. And then she goes on to buy a pair of socks. And when she gets to the register, they're $2 and something higher than the price. So the lady at the register tells her to walk and take a picture. She walks to take a picture so that she can buy a pair of socks from Walmart. A pair of socks that I know for a fact that she does not really need. Because this is about y'all ain't gonna learn shit till this motherfucker is burning down. I just want to say that. That's why I'm gonna burn it down. You ain't learn. Even people, I see people going to the grocery store. You ain't buying like you. That's your. You ain't gonna learn until I teach you a lesson. Real hard one. Don't be mad.
That space of knowing it's not good enough to just know what's going on. We went from being called the conspiracy theorists to, those woke people, those so-called woke folks, right? But it's nothing if you know these things. You understand alchemy. You understand our rituals. You understand that we create, right? You understand the power of your magic. But the only thing that a person is focused on is manifesting a car, manifesting fiat, manifesting clout, notoriety. If that clothes, things that disintegrate with time, if that's the only thing that people are using their alchemy for, then it's a really sad day. But the chosen, see, we're not on that here. We understand the power that we possess, and we use it to shut down systems. That's what it should have been used for from the very beginning. But consider when we came into our awakening, books like The Secret and stuff like that, where they act like they was putting us on to something, right? After they have used it against us, used it to elevate their life, done all of these rituals behind the scenes while they fed us watered down religion. Finally, they bring it back to us and say, here, start manifesting the life of your dreams. But you know damn well they ain't going to tell you, oh, use this alchemy to shut down the powers that were. Oh, they would never tell you that we can come together in unison and take back what is inherently ours. No one will ever tell you that. That's something that has to be innately within you, where you just come into remembrance and you say, hold up. If you telling me I got this much power, I ain't going to use it for something that's going to disintegrate with time. I'm not going to use it for something that's not going to be beneficial to my lineage and to my offspring. I'm going to use it for something that's far greater than myself. Look at that. 5 of Wands. We are not playing out here. Okay? We're not playing. And this is us standing together. We're coming through. We don't need the physical missiles. We don't need the physical rifles. We coming through with guns far bigger than anything that could be created in the 3D. This is spiritual guns. Okay, thank you, Kimberly, for the super chat. I appreciate you. This is spiritual guns that we coming through. Okay, this is fire. That's why I say we're using fire magic. We're working with the elements. And we are not playing. Do we look like we playing? Do we look like we're playing out here in these physical and spiritual streets? We are throwing these spiritual hands, and we will not miss because we have a whole team that is backing us. Okay? This could be also representation of your ancestors that stand with you, even in the presence when it seems like you're standing alone and it's you against the world. Oh, your ancestors, oh my gosh, your posse is great, chosen. They said, don't worry about us. We're thriving over here. Just let us know what you need. Okay? Put it on paper, burn it, burn and release, do your rituals, write your petitions, and we got you. So yes, the Wheel of Fortune, y'all. Things are getting ready to change. It was destined change. It is divine timing. It is time. And I know, they have extended their time, right? They overstayed. They was never welcome, but they overstayed their position. But everything is happening in divine timing. Because it would take for a certain number of chosen seed to wake up and realize that alchemy is not just to be used for personal gains. And I'm not saying it's anything wrong with that, because I definitely use my alchemy for personal gains. If I need to heal myself, you best believe my alchemy is something that I'm using. Candles stay lit over here. I'm constantly burning and releasing. I'm constantly taking my salt baths, constantly getting grounded, sun gazing, taking wind baths. I do it all. Okay, I know y'all like wind baths. Yes, wind baths. You do not have to have the physical tools in front of you all the time. Work with the elements. Step outside. The moment that wind starts speaking to you, give thanks that it's clearing and purifying, cleansing and purifying all energy, clearing you of all energy that does not serve your highest good. When you take your deep breaths, when you're outside, give thanks that you're inhaling the infinite wisdom of the universe, and that you're exhaling all energy that does not serve your highest good. It's so many different ways that we do alchemy. And again, these are things that I just know, that I just do. And I'm just telling y'all, just to remind you of what we've been doing since the beginning of damn time.
Oh, so now it's making sense. He said the Choctaw fought with the Seminoles. When I went to look up the names on that Indian rose, the women were recorded, but the men were nowhere to be found. I mean, they were documented on the census, but they weren't on the census at the time when they were pushed out. So that kind of makes sense. The women stayed back, got documented, and the men was out there fighting for their land. Interesting.
I'ma just be honest. Trump was God ordained. I'ma just say God meant for Trump to be put in office because he's trying to teach y'all a lesson. And a lot of people won't understand this. But since I understand it, let me tell you. The best thing Trump did was shut down the U.S. when COVID hit. Why? Because it taught people how to not depend on the government, but depend on themselves. Depend on their community. Be with each other. Because at that rate, some people couldn't work. Others could. And y'all was still getting money. He still was giving y'all money to be at home. But for some people, y'all used it irresponsibly. For other people, they made a business out of it. They took that money and invested. Now, the government is shutting down again. Food stamps is going away. Now y'all got to depend on God. Or you can depend on yourself and starve. I've been going back and forth with people like, oh, we're not going to be able to eat. There's pantries out there. Oh, but we don't want that because it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. Well, then you can starve. We in this situation where you can either come together as a community or you can starve. If you can afford to go buy groceries, won't you buy enough for the people next door? People hate Trump so bad, but they're not realizing he was put in the office to shut all this down. Y'all depend on the government way too much. Way too much. Yes, I understand we can't afford certain things. That's why we have community. We have each other. If I got it, you got it. Start donating y'all money to the pantries. Go buy groceries, give it to the pantry so the pantry can give it out to people. Like, y'all spend y'all money on the most ridiculous things ever. Unless it's rent, car insurance, car note, cable. Well, cable don't even really matter. But just stuff that you really need, donate it to somebody who can use it.